Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Crush Can Destroy Crossfire. This next mission is kind of difficult. It's taken me a while to crack it, and I'm not going to lie, I had to look up a walkthrough, and the walkthrough is quite interesting, and I'll explain that as we go. Okay, we're of course the survivors, and we are going to Phoenix River Suicide trip. Now you notice the resistance is medium, so this is kind of a medium difficulty level. Tech level 2, which is interesting. Irrelevant to us. Resources are medium, that's a lie. And terrain is highland. And we're against the Series 9 robots, so let's go.
Hey, Commander, I've been busy, and I invented a new vehicle which I call the Hank's Hover Buggy. It'll go over land, it'll go over water, but if it goes over a cliff, you'll be paying for it, pal. You'll have to take some buggies up a river for this mission. The Hickbots have holed up one of our camps. We want to get an offensive force up top, then come at the rednecks from two sides. I'm supplying the vehicles. You work out the finer points.
Okay, now here lies the first problem that I encountered with this mission. I did pretty much as he says. I built up loads and loads of buggies, and I mean loads of buggies, and they do nothing. Literally, I was throwing hundreds and hundreds of buggies at these guys, and they are so weak, it's unbelievable. So I didn't actually quite work out why they're trying to get you to use these. So I started looking up a walkthrough. I failed this level about 4 or 5 times. I didn't fail the level, but I got to like a stalemate where I just couldn't progress. So what it turns out is most, if not all, of the walkthroughs basically say the same thing. They say don't bother even using hover buggies. Hover buggies are useless. So I thought that was kind of annoying. The other problem I had is, I'll explain that a little bit more as we go on as well. But long story short, it's late. It's been a long day. There's a river here, and you have to go up it. And at the end of the river kind of comes up here, and you have a bit of land where you can go across, and it's just enemy gun turrets, enemy tech level 2 gun turrets, no less. So that's pretty badass, really, when you think about it, when you're throwing these at them. Now these just fall to pieces, and they have, I think they're one of the weakest units firepower wise. So, oh crap, hang on. Haha, we're on max game speed. I was thinking, Christ, they came quickly. Okay, so we are now officially miles behind. But that's okay. I don't quite know why the game speed was on max, but it doesn't matter. Right, let's deal with these guys. Come on, guys, remove these assholes. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I just couldn't do it. I tried all sorts of different things. I even tried rushing the enemy with Anaconda tanks. That didn't work. It was just a nightmare. It really was, this level. And I'm actually surprised how hard this game has become, considering technically for us this is the 3rd mission. Right, so we want to get a armory, and we'll stick the armory there. Now we're burning through our cash, but that's okay. Now if I can send a scout, okay. Now he's going to be an idiot because I've been an idiot basically. Right, so up here there's an oil patch. Now I did actually manage to capture this oil patch and hold it. Now the way I was playing it before is we really needed it, but with this kind of interesting strategy you don't. Okay, so if we explore here, yeah, you see we have a ridge there, and there's nothing really hidden either. Although I did find one cool thing. There is a tech bunker, which we don't need using this strategy, but I'm going to show it anyway. That's the river you have to go through. Now, they mass an army here, so that in its own right is difficult. Now, you cannot send vehicles through forests. They won't go through there. However, you can send infantry through there. I didn't know this, and this is a massive part of our plan. Okay, so how are we doing? We've got that. Sweet, we're going to drop that in there. Okay, now these oil wells have next to nothing in them, which is another problem. But again, using this, here they come again. Using this strategy, it does not matter. Okay, so we have our armory. Now I'm going to send these guys up here to defend that. These two can kind of hold the line-ish over here. Now I'm hoping they're going to come... hang on. We'll be fine. We have all these grenadiers. We'll be more than fine. Okay. Grenadiers seem to be really, really crazy powerful in this, which is good. Okay. In fact, now that's one of their attack waves done, we could go for an early attack just to see what it does. In fact, I like the idea of that. Right, so if we have a look up here, this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take a whole load of these. It doesn't even give you a rough number, so to begin with I built 20, 30, thinking that that is a lot of units, which it isn't. So you sail these guys up here. Now, somewhere, here we go, there's actually a crossing here, but you can't use the crossing because it's guarded by these gun turrets. So I rushed all my guys out here, and as you can see there's one gun turret, there's 3 gun turrets there, and you need an incredible amount of troops to do anything to that. Ah, right. Nikki's talking to me. I build engineers. We don't need engineers yet. Not yet. Oh, grenadiers. I see. She's telling me. I'm explaining this. What I need to do really is put those on unlimited. And we want to... See, yeah, we'll get some of those going. We don't really need those in all fairness. But we'll get them anyway. Now let's go for an early attack. The other thing I did is I had a big wall here of gun turrets, but eventually they overpower it. But with this strategy, I think the strategy says you can build gun turrets if you want, but I don't think we're going to need them. I would prefer to spend that money on more engineers. Yeah, and if we clear this area out over here with our grenadiers, we can actually run an engineer down here and we can get a tech unit, which isn't in any of the walkthroughs. That's just what I found through exploring this level. I was hoping I wouldn't need a walkthrough, but apparently this level had a lot of people stuck, so I don't feel too bad. Okay, now this is the entrance to their base. So we want to send these guys in. We don't have many, but we should have enough to at least cause some problems for them. If we can slow down their endless march of units. In fact, what might be a good idea? I didn't do this last time, but let's go up. We'll destroy this. You will notice they have so many gun turrets. They have ridiculous amounts of gun turrets, and this is why you cannot do the straight attack from the front of the base. Now, I don't actually think this is going to work. No, because they're sending their army over. Yep. So if we can get this down, I'll be happy. Destroy that, please. There we go. So hopefully we can do enough damage here to stifle their ability to build new units. Okay. Now misclicks seem to run rampant in this game. It is very, very easy to misclick. And if you misclick a move order, your units won't actually attack the enemy, which is kind of annoying. Okay. Now, like I've just said, this is a different strategy to what the guide that I read used, but I think it'll work just fine. So there's one half of their unit production, or at least their resource income, down. So what we're going to do is we're going to send these reinforcements up, and we're going to see if we can get those guys up before they counterattack. I'm going to be interested to see how much that cuts back their production. It should be pretty good. Now, I won't use a guide in a game unless I'm really stuck. And I was stuck on this. Because it tells you that you need to use the hover buggies to come up here. Now, the amount of hover buggies you need is unreal to break through those gun turrets. And then I got to about here, because the hover buggies take so long in destroying these gun turrets as well, they send an army up to pretty much finish off whatever you've got left. And considering the price of them, I don't think we can build. I think they're 500 each, and they're really bad for bang for buck. So these grenadiers, at least for the moment, seem to be where it's at. They seem to be the best price for performance ratio. So let's send these guys in. Now this is their main base, and you have to work pretty quick because they can pump their units out so bloody fast. So we're going to destroy that. I don't actually know what that building is, and I'm going to come over here and destroy that, because another problem I had is they would build engineers so fast I couldn't destroy their buildings because they were pumping engineers out there. And in fact, I appear to have done this mission even easier than when I was following the guide, which is interesting. That was an engineer. See him just coming up there to try and sort that out. Okay. So this mission has been more of a walkthrough than anything else, but that is because I've had to use it. It's made me a little bit dubious of future mission briefings, because if they can throw curveballs like this at you, I'm not sure. It's kind of funny. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build an engineer, and I'm going to show you the tech unit. Now the tech unit is kind of interesting. It's a unit that you do actually get in the original game, kind of. It's like a much bigger version of what you get in the first game. However, unlike in the first game, where you couldn't repair your tech units, you can in this one, which is really good. But that is offset by the fact that your tech units aren't as powerful. They're nowhere near as powerful. At least, well, this is the first one I've got, so they're nowhere near as powerful as your old units were, but they can be repaired, which makes them far more useful. Now, I destroyed quite a lot of stuff with it, and it didn't seem to level up. I can't remember in the first game whether your tech units got veterancy. I think they did. I mean, the mech was just a badass, out and out badass. You could pretty much hold off a fairly decent sized attack wave with just the mech. I can hear fighting. Oh crap, look at the ball bearings on these guys. Okay, so this is the gun turrets that I was talking about. I can't remember, did we destroy these earlier? No, we didn't. I was thinking they've built these back, but they haven't. Okay, so I mean, they're pretty much screwed. Where are they getting engineers from? Oh, they had a couple down here, didn't they? Yeah. That's interesting. So let's just destroy this. We're going to let their gun turrets, at least for the moment, stay there. I just want to show this unit, which is pretty interesting. As long as it can see something in its own vision radius, it can attack it, which is cool. Now you can see those turrets just tear through your infantry. Now, your infantry seem to be able to take more damage than the hover buggies as well, which is kind of annoying. They seem really weak. Now what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to turn up the game speed because we've won basically, and I just want to show this unit off. Okay, there we go, fast forward. Now the par time for this mission is 35 minutes. Now when I did it earlier, when my first successful run, I completed it in 52 minutes. So I'm actually going to be quite interested to see if I've beaten that. I've got a good feeling that I will, but it throws it off a bit when you turn the game speed up, because it can make it a little bit confusing. Right, go guys. There we go. Now these tech level 2 towers are so strong. They really are. And I think it's kind of a dick move of the developers to have the tech level 2 towers actually guarding this area where you have to send your buggies, your hover buggies. Because, again, like I said before, your hover buggies are so weak. They're useless. I did actually think a very viable tactic earlier on would be using waterways to get behind enemy gun emplacements and things like that. But I don't think that's going to be a viable tactic in this game, just because those units are so weak. I mean, they're absolutely useless at killing buildings. They're not bad against infantry. Now, these are the new tech bunkers. So we'll get him in there. And there we go, this beast here. Now, you may, if you watched my old Let's Play of the original game, or if you played the original game yourself, you may recognise these guys. They look a little bit different. They're a lot bigger. But the sprites in general in this game are a lot bigger anyway. So, okay, I'll just show a bit of the firepower off for this guy. They're not actually anywhere near as powerful, which kind of surprised me a bit, but they got the same voice, which is awesome. Now, let's turn the game speed back down. I've seen people play this on max speed when I was looking for a walkthrough, and God knows how they do it. Right, as you can see, their range is ridiculous. They also don't seem to have the armor that they had in the first one. But like I say, all of that is completely offset by the fact that they can now be repaired. And repairing units is also free in this game. Unlike, I believe, in the first game, you had to pay for them. And the repair process appears to be a lot faster. Now you can see the sheer amount of gun turrets that you have to that you would encounter coming up this passage, which makes it completely impossible. Which is the other thing, it does actually say in the briefing that you should yeah, we need a two-pronged attack on the Series 9. Send a hover buggy force upriver, then kill. Very, very basic. Barely 2 lines of text there. Now, the hover buggies do nothing. Nothing. So, we can stop building these guys now. I think we just got a few more turrets to polish off, and then that's that. I'm still not sure what these are here, these two lines. I think, and this is a guess, they might be something to do with the unit cap. I did think they might be something to do with your resources, but nah, I don't think so. It doesn't make any sense. Nothing that I can think of anyway. Okay. Get in there, lads. Let's get this done. If I've beaten the par time, which I should have done, I'm going to be quite chuffed. Yeah, we're going to lose all these guys, but it really doesn't matter. Our attack vehicle should pretty much finish them off. I don't know how you bring up information. I know you can. There we go. Mission done. Alright. So, yeah, we did that in 29 minutes 50, which is pretty good. And we also had a good kill-death ratio there as well. When I did it earlier, it was not that good. The kill-death was pretty even. So we actually lost 54 And they actually killed all of our guys, which is good. Ah, there you go. Friendly fire RUs. Oh, friendly fire, I see. Yeah, RUs there. Yeah, so we actually lost 4 men through friendly fire, which again is a bit of an arse. It's nowhere near as bad as it was in the first game. In the first game, friendly fire could really be a problem. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I know I did, and I hope to catch you next time. Thanks for watching.